Hello, everybody, and welcome to Final Play Sports Wrap. I'm your host, Pete Lubar, and today we are talking Big 12 football. The conference does not start for 4 more months, but there are 16 teams. If you analyze one per week, you get 16 weeks, 4 months. So we're going to start today with Arizona and talk about what happened through spring football. Arizona itself is coming off a disappointing 4-8 season. They were 2-7 in conference. They're coached by Brent Brennan, who is in his second season. The Wildcats lost 14 players to graduation or the NFL, including all-everything receiver Tetaria McMillan, who was selected 8th overall in the draft by the Carolina Panthers. The Wildcats were hit hard by the transfer portal. They lost 35 players to the portal. They did sign 28 kids to letters of intent out of high school, so a nice big high school recruiting class. All of them were 3-star recruits. Most of those kids will redshirt. They will not be playing next year for the Arizona team. Physically, they're just not big enough yet, and they'll spend time in the weight room. But they did bring in 26 from the transfer portal. The Wildcats are led by a very good quarterback, Noah Fifita, and they run a spread offense with a mix of zone, read, and RPO. Fifita last year threw for 2,958 yards, 18 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, so not terrible. He completed 260 of 430 passing attempts, good for 60.5%. He was not a running threat whatsoever. He only ran for 17 yards and 66 attempts, although that number is a little skewed in college because a sack counts as lost yardage on a run. So we'll see whether he runs more, but that's not his strength. Their top runner last year, Quale Conway, is gone. And so junior Kedrick Rescano, who ran for 359 yards last year, should inherit most of the workload with Texas State transfer Ishmael Monday coming in to help. From a receiving standpoint, junior Chris Hunter is the top returning receiver. He had 35 catches for 323 yards and 3 touchdowns. But they did get a nice transfer in Luke Wysong, the leading receiver from the University of New Mexico. He's a speedy possession receiver, will add depth to the receiver room, and probably will handle all the special team duties. He had 840 yards receiving last year for the Lobos on 69 catches. Excuse me. The offensive line was hit hard by graduation and transfer as well. But they did add 3 mammoth offensive linemen over the portal. Tristan Bounds, a 6'8", 305-pound kid from Michigan. Ty Buchanan, a 6'6", 290-pound ex-Texas Tech guy. And Jordan Brown, 6'5", 305 from Georgia Tech. So it looks like they brought in some good beef up front. Defensively, the Wildcats run a 3-3-5 defense with 2 safeties instead of a 4th linebacker, and this works well for a lot of the Big 12 offenses, but at times can struggle against the run. Last year they gave up 31.5 per game, only scored 21.5, so a big discrepancy there. Most of that was in Big 12 action, and then they gave up 175 yards per game rushing, so not super good there. Their top 4 tacklers do return from last year, led by Dalton Johnson, a senior, a safety. He led the Wildcats in tackles last year with 46 solo and 48 assisted tackles. Junior linebacker Tay Brown had 69 total tackles, along with defensive end Trey Smith and safety Genesis Smith, who entered the portal, but both came back to Arizona, so that's good for them. In the portal, they did go and get several defensive backs, but didn't add a lot of depth to the defensive line. So they may struggle again this year in the Big 12. The schedule starts easy enough. They start with Hawaii and Weber State, both at home. They should win both those games. Hosting K-State in the week 3 to start Big 12 play, but then over the next 10 weeks, they play 8 teams that went to a bowl game in 2024. So if you look at the outlook and what Final Play Sports Rep thinks, I think the Wildcats will have a similar record to 2025 as they did in 24. They'll start 2-0 with wins over Hawaii and Weber State, and then likely go 3-7 or 4-6 in the Big 12, which would put them at the bottom of the 16-team Big 12. If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be doing one a week, as I mentioned. Please subscribe to my YouTube page, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks, everyone. Bye.